Yeah, so I'll talk about the carburetor a little bit. I've noticed something. I was messing with it, and yeah, keep in mind this lever is supposed to move, and it doesn't. Yep. So that was my biggest issue, trying to get it to run with that carburetor, along with the jets being plugged. Let's not forget about those. The one jet that I did pull out, which is the one up on the very top, it was plugged up, so that wasn't gonna let it run either. I'm pretty certain that's the idle jet. The main jet down there I never did pull, so I don't know what kind of condition it's in, but I'm sure it's plugged up too. So it was never gonna run with that carburetor. So I put the old one off of the other mini truck on here, and it had its issues, but at least it'll idle and run. But you can't start it without either putting carbon choke cleaner in it or starting fluid or something, you know, to just give it a little boost to start. And but I kind of remember it doing it with the other one too towards the end of it. That's the reason why I pulled it and put on the other one. I noticed it doesn't have the grab handle on it. The other one did. It's also missing the passenger side visor, but it did have a radio. Did have that. No cigarette lighter, which is fine. Yeah, the other one was definitely a smoker. So yeah, with the ashtray, and this one was clean. That one was very sooty and stuff. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. Let's put it that way. So I don't know. I really need to get the lift kit put onto this one, but the lift kit on here doesn't have the camber adjustment. So I'm debating on switching the front ones out and going that route. We'll see if the back ones are different. These are definitely some metal plates that somebody's cut, but they look to be a lot thicker. But I don't think I'll mess with the rear as long as they're the same length. If the ones that I've got are longer, they will go onto this one. So yeah, something else to consider. So I've pretty well came to the conclusion that this sucker is low kilometers. 56,579 is what it says. I am very certain that's what's on this thing. The other one, I believe, is 169,000, or not 169,000. Oh, honestly, it very well could be. But it's 69,000, I believe. Nope, 68. I don't remember what it had whenever I bought it. I wasn't too far off from that. But the pedals have a lot more wear on them versus this other one. So I'm kind of wondering if that isn't 168,000. Either way, this engine doesn't seem as strong as the other one. So that's the other thing. Of course, this isn't a climber like this one. See the climber, 4-wheel drive. So that would be your diff lock. This is not a diff lock machine. It has its bumps and bruises, but oh well. Yeah, the door lock. Something else this thing was missing. Oh well. Okay. I think the plan now is just put the dash back in, and I will deal with the rest of the stuff later. Because I want to drive it for a little bit I'm just gonna put the rear axle in it as is and go on, which will still be a diff lock axle, but you know, it ain't going to work basically. So yeah, but we are gonna put it in, and we'll have to, you know, put switches in. I'm hoping I got my antifreeze leak fixed down here. I just put a worm clamp on there in hopes of fixing it. If not, I think what we'll wind up doing is just taking a hose from here, connecting it up to here. I think one is 1/4 and the other one's 3/8. That's what I'm really thinking they are. One looks bigger than the other. So yeah, we'll see. Looked like it's still kind of leaking. We'll see. Flick all that crap off. The water gets on it, then we may just try tightening it up some more. See if that takes care of it. But anyways, I'm gonna get the dash put in and try to get somewhere with this. Just about forgot the steering wheel. It has to come off to have enough clearance. That wasn't tight, by the way. I go on the other side. It was bound up over there. Mounting deal on the seal. There we go. Should be pretty much there now. Master cylinder, which from the looks of everything here, there's only 2 sizes. Oh, nope. That's, well, no, I'm pretty certain that goes to the master cylinder. Both of those. I'm pretty certain there's only 2 sizes for the dash. So we got 6 of them here. I know there's a few down there. And all the little Phillips head screws that went into all this stuff here in the center. So, yeah. Now where did everything go? That's a good question. So there's also Phillips head screws for your gauge cluster, the HVAC controls. There's some screws in behind the radio. And I believe there's 2 screws on each side of the dash. There's 2 screws up on top. Looks like there was one in the center on the very top. So it wasn't too bad under that. And more screws and more screws. Well, that should work. It has. Well, made it in two-wheel drive. Why this thing has so much more power than the other one, but it also has some smaller tires too. But it still has more power. So, anyways, shut her off. Got the radio back in it. I forgot to put the speaker down there back in. However, I put this dash back on, but I also forgot to hook up this vent. So eventually I'm gonna have to take the gauge bezel and stuff back out